man. We live with it. We live. Pull up, smash that like button. Y'all know what time it is, man. Shout out to everybody pulling up on this. It is looking like the bull run is upon us, y'all. I know y'all excited because I am. We've been waiting a very, very long time for this, y'all. So I'm hoping that, this is the moment right here. The beginning of November leads us into something absolutely crazy. I'm prepared for it. Obviously, this is not financial advice. We don't know exactly what's going to take place, but we are extremely bullish. I'm getting those feels of those times back in 2021 right now. I'm looking at the meme coin market. We're seeing a lot of meme coins, start to, look good here and there. Also, I think honestly, y'all, that some people say we're already in the bull market. Obviously, we are in the beginning phases of it, but I don't think we've seen the full bull run even crack off just yet. So a lot of people are excited about this time. I just want y'all to be educated so that way once the moves do start to take place, y'all are prepared. You got to be prepared for this, y'all. Shiba Inu, we are in a unique situation right now where we have everything that we had last bull run going for Shiba Inu plus more, as well as more market-wide adoption. That's really, really big. The acceptance with the regulation that we're seeing from, SEC, the fact that we got elections upon us, if we get, a pro crypto candidate in office, a lot of people are speculating if Trump wins, that's going to be really good for crypto as well. So I'm seeing articles saying Kamala is looking at reasons on why she should be more pro crypto and basically having a little more optimism towards crypto than it appeared to me that she initially had. So either way, it's looking like our presidential candidates in the states are rocking with crypto right now. They understand that it's very important to citizens. So I'm excited about that. Also looking at what's going on over there in China, they're talking about possibly injecting $1.4 trillion into their economy. So to, basically restabilize or restimulate their economy. So that might be really good for crypto as well. Anytime money starts to print, crypto prints as well. So I'm excited about this. Also, we got news that interest rates would possibly be cut again 25 basis points this year. So, that's exciting as well, knowing that those interest rates are coming down at the perfect time and to align with this, potential bull rally that we're going to see. So shout out to everybody pulling in right now, man. Salute to all my DD Nation. Salute to the real ones. David in the building. Salute. He said, woohoo. That time is upon us, bro. It's looking like it. I got my fingers crossed over here. I'm patient. If it does pull back, we just know it's only a matter of time. This is what y'all have to remember. The more it consolidates, the more the price is supposed to break out, but it doesn't, the bigger the breakout will be. So you want to make sure that you are here when that does take place. So shout out to David, one of the OGs to the channel. King T in the building. Salute. Mahesh in the building. Shout out to you. Appreciate you pulling up. Communication is always infinity, different than sharing and always contacting among infinity, organism, planet, space, universe. I'm not sure what you mean, but shout out to Chatan. Shout out to Juan in the building, the real Juan. Salute to all my high roller family as well that's tuning in. Those that's, pulling up live and those that catch this on the replay. Shout out to Big Pedo, man. I'm glad to see a lot of my family members still here rocking with us, still holding strong, still, toes to the line for this upcoming bull run, man. Shout out to Shubhajit. Shout out to Aiden, says Trump fight. Hey, these Trump coins going crazy right now. If y'all haven't checked out, some of these Trump ones. So I want to talk about in this stream, we're going to look into Bitcoin, talk about some speculation, where we think things are going. Also Shiba Inu as well, all-time high prices, how long we think is going to take to get to that point. What obstacles do we have in front of us before we get to that point? And also taking a look at some meme coins. So if you got some meme coins you want us to take a look at on the stream, make sure you drop it in the comment section. Okay, let's see. Okay, so taking a look right now, y'all, we got the market, pretty much, I don't want to just say it's on fire yet, but you know, it's really optimistic right now. The market is looking, you know, favorable right now. You can see the fear and greed index at a 67, you know, moving into that greed territory. So that's also something to take note of. We are in the light green section, not yet in that darker green section, but the market can do something tricky. And remember, the market loves to do the opposite of what everyone expects. So anytime I'm you know, very bullish, or I'm too bullish, I also try to keep that into account that hey, it's a possibility the market might jerk us around. So don't just, you know, go all the way long. Don't get me wrong, with certain assets, we're all the way long. But I'm saying, like, for those that are short term speculating, those that are looking at, you know, certain projects and, you know, feeling like the pullback is over with, don't think the pullback is over with. Just be prepared for the pullback if it does happen. If it doesn't happen and we moon from here and we just, you know, break all-time high prices from these levels, I'm perfectly fine with that. But I just don't want y'all to be afraid. I want y'all to be prepared, and I want y'all to do crypto the proper way, which is not being afraid when the shakeouts happen, not being afraid when we get some major news article about, you know, some crypto exchange collapses, or, you know, whatever they do. They do something new every single time when we're right on that verge, and it pulls the market back. So, you know, we can't account for this because we don't have a crystal ball. So, you know, we just have to be prepared that if something like that does happen, we have strategies in place. So that's what I want y'all to mainly keep in mind. Be prepared for the bull run, but also if we get those crazy wicks to the downside, not financial advice, but, you know, be throwing something at those pullbacks, because once these things turn around, they take off very quickly. So take a look. I'm gonna put the Bitcoin chart on real quick while I change out my camera battery. Let's see. Let's go to trading view. So we seen today 72,000. Oh, no, that wasn't today, was it? Okay, here's the high of today. So today's high, we seen 73,000 and right around that 600 level. So super bullish. Bitcoin breaking its all-time high today, y'all. We officially did break that all-time high today. So a lot of people are excited, and you got to remember, there's going to be another wave of people that come in once. This is the crazy part. This is why it's going to get hectic. Remember this. When y'all see that first run of a large amount of money inside of your portfolio, of course, you could do whatever you want. It's your money. You know, if you see life-changing money, you know, of course, you know, take some profits. Y'all know what I like to say. You know, take some, especially if it's at a number that you know, that you like. Take the initial profits and secure a little cherry off top, you know, once you reach your goal or a level where you're at that ability to be able to do so. But a lot of people are going to see, you know, Bitcoin breaking higher and higher, 75K, and they're going to FOMO into the market and push the market up even higher. So I believe, you know, once all the stories start coming out, you know, the next Shiba Inu millionaires, the next, you know, this coin millionaire, the next, you know, people who make a killing, you know, with all these different coins. Once those stories start to get out, that's going to create another wave of people who are excited, looking to, you know, potentially do the same thing. So they'll buy the tops and push everything to another level. That's what I'm excited for. You know, also that sympathy that Shiba Inu is going to receive when Dogecoin starts to go crazy. Everybody who's not in Doge, everybody who's not in Dogecoin right now, once Shiba Inu does decide to, or once Doge does to start to go, decide to start to go crazy, everybody's going to be running, you know, because a lot of, you'll be surprised, there's not as many holders that are, Doge does have, you know, a good community, but there's, you would think everybody from the Shib army probably is holding Dogecoin. That's not the case. So a lot of people aren't going to see anything when Dogecoin starts to pump. So they're going to be looking for, you know, those sympathy plays, the plays that are going to move off the side of that. And one of those plays is going to be Shiba Inu. You know, even with Floki, Baby Doge, you know, all these types of coins, these are going to be the ones that, you know, people are flocking to once they start taking profits from Bitcoin. Hold on, y'all. I'm changing out the battery. Okay, here we go. I'm back. Okay, there we go. Shout out to Jethro pulling up. Shout out to Pac-Man in the building. Said make sure y'all like the video. Quintessential in the building. Said peace and prosperity to the Vit family. Let's go. Juan says, man, I think bad will be the one. Yeah, that's another thing. You want to keep your eye on the entire Shiba Inu ecosystem. The entire Shiba Inu ecosystem should be, paid attention to during this time because it's going to get crazy. People are going to, the ones that didn't have their sheet bags together run into the other projects. But this is the thing, you want to be already positioned. You don't want to wait till these things start to move to get over there. So if it's something that you're eyeing, if you got a strategy that you want to set up, a short-term strategy, especially while you're seeing the market in this condition, then get that strategy together so you're prepared. Have a contingency. If this happens, then I'll do this. If it plays out this way, then I'll do that. Pac-Man said, y'all get the likes up on this video. Make sure y'all smash that like button as soon as y'all pull up on me, man. Let the algorithm know we are live. David says, I get notifications about ETFs a lot, so I got a little a while back. It has doubled, but hasn't done anything for a while. It hasn't gone down, so I'm holding just in case. Good work. It's going to get even bigger, especially think of this. I think the ETF wave is going to be even bigger once Gary Gensler is out of office. Once this election is done, they bring on, whoever's going to be in what positions, and we figure out this next candidate. Just think for a second. If we happen to get somebody who's pro crypto, how beneficial that can be, for, the crypto space. You got to remember, only 5% of the world is invested into cryptocurrency right now. What does your bags look like when the world hits 20%, invested into crypto? 30% invested into crypto. We are still very early. Just always keep that in mind. Quintessential says, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe, family. It's alpha time. Salute. Shout out to everybody that hit that like button. I would appreciate everybody rocking with us right now to make sure you double check and see that you actually click the like button. It's free. Quintessential says Doge balling out. Yeah, I still got some nice bags of those that it'll be nice when Doge starts doging. Aiden says, do you think the market is pricing in a Trump win, or is there another reason why BTC is pumping at the moment? So I think the market is speculating. A reason why I wouldn't say it's pricing in a Trump win just yet, because it's still uncertain. Once the market knows something certain, that's really once it starts to price in, unless it's something like let's say interest rates. People are expecting interest rates to be lower, but they're not. So if the market is receiving news about that and people putting things out like that, that may be priced in instantly. But I don't think something as big as the election or the election winner would be priced in just yet, because it hasn't happened. Not saying it always has to happen, to be priced in, but I think this is like a big catalyst that, the market is going to actually wait to get more confirmation before, sending us in, either direction. And who knows, it could be bullish, for the market, either candidate, we never really know. Obviously, majority of people feel, Trump in office would be better, but better for the crypto markets, stock market and crypto markets, but we just still don't know yet. Now I think we can, on our own, start to speculate that, what it's looking like. I'm looking at some of the polls that says I think Trump was 65%, Harris was at 35%, I think on the poly markets or something I was looking at. But some people are already looking at it like that. So if you want to be ahead of everything and do that, but just understand that the market can always react irrational to what we think is going to happen, and the market loves to do it because the market makers know what the sentiment, they know how to gauge basically how everyone is feeling at the time, whether the market is extremely bullish, and sometimes they might pull things back. And let's say that happens on top of a negative catalyst that could send us in a panic sale where Bitcoin is pulling back down to lower support levels. Let's see. Let's look at the let's go on a day chart. So I'm just roughly marking where we see support and resistance areas on the way down, or support areas on the way down. So that one is around 69K. We pull back even lower than that, we'll be around this area. We could see some resistance in the chart right there. Remember, previous resistance becomes new support. We could see resistance in the chart right here in this area. So, let's say we start to break some of these resistance points on the way down that are, now will be support levels. This could send, the market into, a panic. We get into a level where Bitcoin pulls back under 60. It's looking like 64K. Then we don't really have major support all the way until 60K. And we could see a flash pullback like that. Look right here in this area, where we seen something similar take back. So we can't just assume like, oh, it won't happen. But you just want to be prepared. Look at this area in the chart here. Where that sell-off starts to happen too much. People panic sell, pull it all the way down. You got to be prepared in case of a scenario like this. Look at all the people who sold right here. Imagine the guy selling right here at 54,000, and then right after that, it starts to turn around, hit a resistance point, shake people out further, retesting 54,000 before trending to break an all-time high. This is what you got to remember. It's gonna pull back. Retracement is normal in the chart. There's gonna be pullback. There's gonna be significant pullback. It's just if the community, if you got to realize Bitcoin is such a big asset that unless like that the original Bitcoin wallet gets unlocked and those Bitcoins get like dumped into the market or something like that, Bitcoin is always going to continue to go higher. That's just personally what I feel. There's only 21 million of them. There's burning happening. There's wallets being lost. The rate at which minor fees are being paid out is being reduced more and more. So Bitcoin is becoming more and more scarce. What does Bitcoin look like at that point when all 21 million have been minted? And then the overall global crypto investment is 20% of the global population. What does that look like? And then OG assets like those in the top 20, where would they be at that time? Of course, things are gonna. I don't know if y'all ever seen one of those charts where they show you like maybe like top selling music artists of the time, and they start off with a chart. There's probably like 20 different people on the chart, and then it's like this year, let's say like it starts from the 70s. You'll see the top 20 artists for the 70s. They'll put them in order. Then 71, you'll see the order switch around a little bit. 72, you'll see the order switch around all the way up to present time, and they'll show you like which artists became the top. You got to think like that with this too. Obviously the ones in the top 20, 50 have the best chance of continuing on that path, but really look for those strong community projects like Shiba Inu, Doge, also those utility blue chip assets, Solana, all the ADAs, the XRPs. I still like XLM. Those type of assets as well that do have some of that use case. You want to keep those assets at least some, even if it's something that you're not looking at as you're like day trading or gonna buy low, sell high. Just have some in your bag for the future, because we will eventually be looking back at these prices and laugh. We'll be looking back at these prices and just wishing sometimes, especially once all of us are at that next financial level. We'll all be, some of y'all won't look at Bitcoin being 75,000 as expensive anymore once those Shiba Inu bags get to where they need to be. So some of us, we'll be looking back saying, "She's Bitcoin right now only 100K," because we're knowing where it's gonna go, and then in the future, who's to say? I seen an article today. Who was it? Who was it? Someone. Basically, I think I talked about it in my video earlier, but he said basically, I think it was the CEO of BlackRock. He said by the year 2040 or 2050, 2040, 2050, I can't remember which year, but basically Bitcoin would be the global cryptocurrency, or not the global cryptocurrency, but the global currency, and Bitcoin would be around $3 million per Bitcoin. Now I know that's a long time away, but just think about the journey up to that point. If 2020, if 2040, 2050, Bitcoin is projected to be 3 million. Let's just say it took that long, um, which I don't even think it'll take that long, but let's just say it did. Think about the halfway mark to that point and what your bags will look like at that time. That's why you got to really have patience. Look at it like a seed. You plant that seed, you got to nourish it, take care of it, let it grow. But let's see what we got in the comments. Shout out to Tyler in the building, man. Salute. Juan says, Avi said likes make the price go up. Well, that's what his experts tell him. David says, how much do you really think cryptocurrency buyers worldwide are really basing their purchases based on what's going on in the U.S.? Well, not the entire crypto space, obviously, but there is a lot of people, that follow the U.S., politics to, understand where cryptocurrency can go. So I think there's a good amount of people, maybe, I don't want to just say half the investors or anything like that, but the people that know what's up, they know to pay attention to, what's going on in the U.S. The same way we pay attention to what's going on in China, or South America, or El Salvador, or whatever. We all look at different countries to kind of decide. Just like at the beginning of the stream, we talked about China potentially injecting 1.4 trillion into their economy. You got to look at what's going on in different countries, so that way you can know how it might affect the overall market. David says, I voted Chase Oliver, Libertarian. The LP has been pro crypto the whole time since its inception. Okay, I don't know much about him at all. Shout out to PD in the building, man. Salute to PD. Says, salute y'all. JDM says, Roar CTO present. We hit $11.5 million market cap today. Congratulations to the Roar Army, man. Salute. Backspace says, check Harris on ETH. Election happening in 5 days. I better make 100x in 5 days. Contract address. Shout out to Patrick and Muhammad. Tay says 648 million SHIB shares. Let's go. Wizard says you actually need to look at Roar CTO's chart. Roar is sending 11 million today. We love to collaborate with SHIB. Hey, Backspace said Harris is going to 100x. So when y'all hear different projects, it don't hurt to go check them out. Raymond says, do you think BTC will have another little pump before a pullback? Looking at the chart, y'all, our resistance point was here previously. You see, we broke above that, but we weren't able to close that candle above it. I'm really big on confirmations. Anytime I don't see that confirmation, I always keep in mind, the market would love, for, people to get shaken out. So I always try to keep that in mind. And then, notice we did have a nice little pump here from basically we broke out of that 69K range right into 73,000. So, that's 4K in price action, which is a decent amount. We got some people's balances up a little higher, so we always expect some profit taking to take place. Those who are speculating, futures, we have to take a look at as well to see if, the long interest is, beating short interest, who has control, the bulls or the bears. And, that helps us determine more. But right now, it's looking like, we could potentially see some type of pullback. Also, we got to look at our other indicators as well. We want to look at RSI to determine if we're overbought or oversold. So right now we are at a 69 on the RSI level. So you notice right when we broke into right to that 71-ish level, so almost 72, it started to retrace. So for that reason, because we are in overbought territory, obviously if we look over here in the beginning of, February and March, we could see we broke out of overbought territory, well beyond it, and even went up to 86. So we know that we got more room that, can happen. Can Bitcoin still explode? Can it still rally? Can it still, go to higher levels? It absolutely can. I'm bullish that it will, but I like to try to be realistic and try to predict what the market may do. So right now we're seeing resistance on the RSI. If we can break above that and hold it, which actually, let me zoom in. So actually we're sitting slightly under that 70 level. If we can hold that 70 level on the RSI and that momentum is there. So right now you see we are at a 70. So if we can get that momentum to, break us out of this level, it's very much possible it can. But just knowing that we're in overbought territory, what's next to come is it to start to sell off. But let's also look at our Bollinger Bands and see what those tell us. So looking at our Bollinger Bands, we did hit that upper Bollinger Band, as you can see. Our mid Bollinger Band around 67,000. So that looks like our next key support level on the Bollinger Bands. And then we got 62,000 for the lower Bollinger Band. So RSI Bollinger Bands tell us that it is likely to, trade down. But right now, the market is very optimistic. We do have elections going on in a few days. So, that can, turn the tide. So right now, I like to look at it like this. I just try to look at what do we have on this side that's good for it going, what on this side is telling us that it might likely pull back. And then just try to, weigh it out between there. So we got more indication that, the price is to pull back. Let's say we look at 3 or 4 different things that tell us the price is likely to pull back, but we got 2 things that tell us the price is likely to go up. Then for that point, I would take, the decision of price is likely to go down. But also I try to incorporate thinking, is this what the overall market thinks? Because if it is, then it's likely that the market can hit us with a hoopty wop. So I try to keep that in mind. Bitcoin definitely hitting 100K for sure. Yeah, and it's just a matter of time, I believe, before it does happen, though. I don't think if we do pull back, it will be a major pullback. I think just something to scare people before we see, a major takeoff. And remember, we need pullbacks to refuel the chart. You need those pullbacks to give areas for new investors to come in, for, people to want to top up their bags because, the price discount, so those are necessary in order to, keep pushing up to those next levels. And then says she gonna erase at 0. I definitely think she will be erasing a 0. Let's take a look under the hood of Shiba Inu. So we sitting at 1,900 points per coin right now. I'm excited. I'm really excited, especially right before the election. We got a lot of hype, optimism, floating around right now. So and we seen some consolidation. We seen October, try to give us a little something, but it was nowhere near what majority of people expected. So I'm still expecting to see something really good coming from October, or not October, but from what we were waiting for October. I think it just kind of got delayed. So the October rally, delayed, and then also still moving into the 2025 bull run. So here we are in November, December, 2 more months. until 2025, and I think things really start to get crazy. I honestly think things are gonna move so crazily that we'll really be looking at like Bitcoin and other assets like Shiba Inu with the zoomed out chart. Where it's starting to look like, like this almost. Because, and obviously this is not like a accurate representation, but I just believe this bull run to be so big that we might break out to levels where we're seeing the chart, you know, doing something crazy like this. This is why I want to show y'all this, because this has happened before. I remember seeing sheep at, way more zeros, and uh, where we are, where the chart, where we were at present time, back in 2021, early 2021, before we actually start breaking out, things didn't, look as bullish. There will come a time where we'll be looking at the chart and it looks like this. In this area, we'll be looking at our previous all-time high. You'll be looking at that as an opportunity to buy the dip. But think about it, you got the opportunity to accumulate now. We see, when we zoom out, what's happening with sheep. We see, we hit that you see we hit our, our low point. Remember when our floor was here? Remember when we was around that 505 level? Remember when we pulled back to that 505 level? Now look where we are. And think of these levels being our, last pullback to this area. I'm just really excited, y'all. I know what's about to happen. Those that don't, you're about to see. And it's the thing. It takes a couple bull runs in order to really knock it out the park. Because, that first bull run, you might be in attendance with everything going on, but you probably didn't have your strategy together. You probably didn't, buy enough. You probably didn't, take profits. There's a number of different things you could have, possibly done by not being around the block a few times, or having, experience on what to do when the market is actually rallying. So, some of y'all might miss, the boat. You might be present during this run, but, there's a such thing called greed. I've seen people with, $1 million bags go back down into, low six-figure bags, and even lower because of greed, refusal to, a person might have set in their mind, 10 million, I won't sell till, 50 million, or, 100 million, whatever the number is. You always want to remember to reward yourself for taking the risk. If you put your money up on the line and you see it looking nice, don't be afraid to, take some profits. If you don't want to hurt your average, then I recommend having multiple bags, so that way you can be able to take profits from those other bags, and not feel bad about throwing off your strategy. Because let's say you do plan on holding, like, hey, I got these X she bags until, for the next 10 years I plan on holding them, or the next 5 years, and I don't want to sell. Well, then get another bag that you can sell, if in the meantime we see things go absolutely parabolic. Let's zoom in on sheep. Let's take a look at those Bollinger Bands. So you can see we are testing the upper Bollinger Band for sheep. We starting to form that doji candle, that cross style candle, which tells us, basically the market is in agreement with where the price is right now, but uncertain on which way to go next. But we know a doji candle like this at the top, which I forgot what this one could be called too. I think not quite just a rising star because it's not high enough above this candle, but when we see this pattern, it means it's like losing strength also from the bulls. Notice how the candles previous before are confident candles. There's a lot of price action inside these candles. This one we don't have that, so that's telling us we're losing steam on the bull side because look at all the selling pressure that we seen once we hit around 1,900 points per coin. So this one may, Shiba Inu may decide to pull back. I do see our next key support level around that 1,820 points per coin level, or 1815 it says on the mid Bollinger Band. So if it does decide to wick down to that level or pull back, that is likely where buyers are to step back in and start buying again. So for those that don't understand that, you could set a buy order at this level so that way if the price pulls down, you automatically get filled, and if it turns around, your order is automatically profitable. Also looking at the next level lower is that 1676 level. And remember, I try to always teach y'all to give or take a little bit because sometimes everybody's looking at these same indicators and technical traders will act prematurely before it actually gets full confirmation and taps one of those areas. So always remember, like even right here with this cross candle, let me zoom in as close as I can. So you see how the upper Bollinger Band is the sell signal for traders, for people that day trade and short term speculate. When they see this price going up to here, this is where they're looking to sell at. So notice how the price didn't even fully reach that area. It got right before it, and they started to sell it off where it's pushing down here. So it went all the way up here to 1936, and then they started to sell it all the way off right back to where we are sitting in 1907. And right now it's flipping in between red and green because right now sellers are in control. Now bulls are in control. Once it turns green, that means buyers are in control. Once it's red, that means sellers are in control during that time frame. So right now we see sellers got it. The bulls are fighting back, keep pushing it back into the green. But we have to see how this battle goes right here in this candle to determine who has more power. Good work. Hawaiian Brian says got in at 7-0. Sheesh, nice. Let's see. So RSI is telling us we could see some pullback. Just guessing off the top, I would say our RSI is already pulling back. I would say it hit that 70 area or high 60s and is already starting to pull back. Okay, so we didn't hit the so we just hit 60, not high 60s. So it's basically sideways right now. So um RSI for Shiba Inu is at a 59, telling us that we still have room to go to the upside. So that's a good sign right there. We are not technically overbought yet. So that could push us back above 2,000 points per coin if we get some bullish news. So that is a good sign right there. That's why the market, that's why we see the bears and bulls right now going back and forth because, it's technically not overbought or oversold. So people agree where the price is right now, but are uncertain on to send it higher or push it lower. Let's see. So volume up 34% on SHIB at 718 million, 11.2 billion market cap. Let's take a look at this. So Shiba Inu potential profits by country if SHIB hits three zeros and 8. So like the rest of the crypto market, Shiba Inu also urged over the past day. The meme coin was up by over 7% and moved from a low of 4 zeros 1701 to a high of 4 zeros 1867 within a few hours. She witnessed a slight correction at press time and traded at that 4 zeros 1823 level. Along with this price, the SHIB network's trading volume saw a notable uptick over the past day. Shiba Inu's trading volume rose by 190% to 543 million. So it's even higher now. So can Shiba Inu reclaim its all-time high? The cryptocurrency community has shelved its 1 cent dream and is betting on the meme coin to reclaim its all-time high of 0.308845. So I think they made a typo right there. I think they mean 4 zeros. She reached this peak in October 2021, exactly 3 years ago. The meme coin will only achieve this level if the asset's market cap reaches 500 billion. So that don't make sense. Okay, so I think what they did was made a mistake on what the all-time high was. So the all-time high was 4 zeros, 8845. But I think they're doing the math on if the all-time high was 0.0008845. So we'll just, look at it from that perspective. Obviously, she didn't reach, 3 zeros and 88 in October 2021. It was 4 zeros, 88. But let's see. So 500 billion market cap. So that's that next level. So basically, she reaching its all-time high numbers of 88, but with the next zero deleted. So that would be really nice because that would get us close to deleting the next zero. When she was at 0.00088, we're right around the corner from 0.00. So that's going to be really, really exciting. I think we'll see that this run. I think Shiba Inu is going to, show a lot of people that the community is strong and that this is the community they want to be a part of. Think about it. This, we're like a Doge in, 2018 almost. Yes, Shiba Inu did break out and go crazy, but we're still very, very early. We got a long way to go. But currently, SHIB market valuation is 10.75 billion. To reach its peak, the asset will have to raise by 4,629% from its current price level. So, how many tokens should citizens of these countries hold to make the most of this rally? The minimum wage in India hovers around INR 5,340 or $63.51 per month. That is absolutely crazy. That is wild. $63. Sheesh. I'll be trying to get up out India. I ain't gonna lie. At this rate, an Indian minimum wage worker would accumulate 1.98 million INR, which is about 23,648 over 31 years to garner increased profits. Shiba Inu's potential might condense several years of work into a single cash payoff for Turkish investors. The gross minimum wage in Turkey was pushed to TRY 2000, which is about 583 per month. At this rate, earning TRY 810,000 is 23,648 would take around 3.3 years. Things were even more challenging for Nigerian citizens. The current minimum wage in Nigeria is NGN 70,000 per month, equivalent to around $43 at this rate. Sheesh, Nigerian minimum wage workers would need to labor for nearly 45 years to earn GN 38.3 million or $23,648. That is crazy. The minimum wage in Argentina, where inflation is high, ARS 271,000 or 276 per month. One would have to labor for almost 7.1 years to earn ARS 23.6 million, which is basically 23,000 through Shiba Inu. Sheesh. Let's see what other stories we got for Sheeb. So he talked about this, analysts predicting a 351% breakout for Shiba Inu. Sheeb continues to maintain its breakout, and with more bull patterns spotted, the next leg of immense bullishness can be unfolding, with larger breakouts still indicating 4081 as a target, and over 351% move to reach this target can still take place. So you see a lot of analysts, myself included, we still see what's going to happen with Shiba Inu. It's just a little tricky because of what happened, throughout the bear market. We've seen a lot of different things, can throw the market off, can swing the market in a different way. So, it's hard to call it and, be as confident to the level where, I just tell everybody, hey, y'all, you better just put everything you can afford to put in at this point because, I don't know what could truly happen. And if it pulls back, you know, that can be, a large pullback for some people. Anthony says, need Shib to catch up to Doge. That will be really nice. I mean, what is Doge's market cap right now, though? It's not that much higher. Let's see. Okay, Doge market cap 25 billion. So basically, Shib is, a little shy of halfway there. Almost halfway there. We'll be at, what would they put us around 4,000 points per coinish. Just think, y'all, even though Bitcoin is at its all-time high right now, the overall crypto market cap is not at its all-time high. So keep that in mind. We still got a decent amount of money to flow back into the market until we're at our previous all-time high. Not much, just about point 0.5, point 0.6 trillion, but still, once that money comes in, all of us at this level, will officially be like reestablished back at all-time high, levels for 2021. So remember, there's a lot of cushion that's is still coming to the market. It's just tricky, this daily up and down, up and down. That's just what the market does. But some people sit back and look at the market once a month. Some people sit back and look at the market quarterly. To not pay attention to the daily fluctuations, so that way you're not emotional about what's playing out or the fact that it's taking too long. Let's see. So let's look at for some top Shib news stories on X. So let's see what he has to say.
Okay, so for Shiba Inu, we have a target fresh out of the oven at 1,000 Sato. Okay, no, let's start with 1,000. Okay, let's play at 1,000, 0.4 zeros, and 1,000, 0.401, right? Right now we're at the 1,000. So in my opinion, I think we are coming back down, and this whole thing is going to turn into a descending. We are having difficulty breaking back above the skinny incline, and things are developing in a very bearish manner. So in my opinion, I think we're headed towards 1,000 or ship 0.401, right? So as it stands, things are not looking good for.
Oh yeah, so he fudding talking about going back down to 1,000. Now, is it possible? Absolutely. But I seen a comment somebody on there dropped and said you missed the bottom because the way he's talking, he sounds like somebody who didn't get to take advantage of the dip. So somebody said when I realized my Shiba Inu is keep going up the whole day, Shiba Inu coin has finally woken up from its sleep. Shiba Inu today, bull run coming. Shiba Inu price analysis potential trend breakout. The recent analysis of Shiba Inu suggested a possible bullish breakout with a trend breakout indicator on the chart. The entry point is marked by a daily close above the blue line, above the blue trend line, targeting levels. Let's see what he has to say. T1 is 4 zeros, 21.49. T2 is 23.23. And target 3 is 4 zeros, 25.27. According to external market predictions, SHIB is showing resilience trading at approximately 4 zeros, 18, with analysts expecting stability around this level until year end. Okay. Shiba Inu buyers keep showing up. Shib eyeing the all-time high. Boom. Important to know. So you're starting to see, other people speaking about Shib's all-time high. Remember, if you're new to Shiba Inu or crypto in general, Shiba Inu can break out to that all-time high in 2 or 3 days. It's not going to take weeks and months to, hit that level once it really starts to go parabolic. So keep that in mind. Let's see. Price is eyeing 267% surge back to an all-time high as Bitcoin clears 71,000. So this is from CoinGate. Let's see what this one is saying. Shiba Inu price eyes 300% surge as analyst warns 80% plus drops are behind us. Shiba Inu price seems to be setting the stage to quadruple or rally 300% as Bitcoin signals that the bull run has begun. The Bitcoin analyst who predicted a key shift in the crypto landscape is also expecting a similar uptick and outlines how the era of 80% crashes is behind us. In particular, the article explores if SHIB price can surge 300% in this new optimistic market outlook. The SHIB price has risen 7.8% in the last 24 hours to 1824. It is among the top 20 gainers over the past day as Bitcoin's price momentum has pushed the entire crypto market up by 3.2%. He says 80% drops are over. What's next for the Shiba Inu price? So this is from the real Plan C. The famous crypto analyst Plan C has predicted that the era of 80+% drops are behind us. His forecast comes after Bitcoin's price soared past the psychological barrier of 70,000, breaking an 8-month consolidation zone. So think about that, y'all. We were consolidating in that range for 8 months. You know, that can exhaust, paper-handed investors, people who aren't in it really for the long term. 8 months will told somebody, but look at that. The market can remain irrational a lot longer than you can remain solvent. So keep that in mind, especially when you go into different projects that, hey, this might be a long run. That's why you want to be confident, and make sure, you like what the project has going on. You like the community. So that way you actually feel comfortable being a part of it for a prolonged period of time, just in case it needs be. So Plan C also noted, so he says, do you really think Bitcoin will hit 200K and then drop back to 40K, break through 8 months of solid consolidation support? So wait, what did he say? He says, I don't think we'll see a capitulation correction as extreme as in the past, 60 to 70% max. The days of 80% plus drops are behind us. Do you really think Bitcoin will hit 200K and then drop back to 40K, breaking support through 8 months of solid breaking through 8 months of solid consolidation support? So basically saying, that 8 months that we bounce between that area, that's going to be looked at as a strong support level. It took us 8 months to break out of it. So on the way down, it'll be even harder to, break below that area, because so many people are going to have buy orders set right there, knowing that, it's a strong likelihood it's going to go back up. So Plan C also noted that Bitcoin has tons of room to run and said that current BTC price is base camp. This is important for Shiba Inu's price because the meme coin has a sizable 82% correlation with Bitcoin on the 3-day time frame and 76% on the weekly time frame. This means that when Bitcoin's price moves higher or lower, there's a high likelihood that the price of SHIB will follow the same trend. So according to Plan C, BTC has had 4 major summits since its inception, in which BTC's price corrected into bear market every time. The reading on the Glassnode entity adjusted short-term holder net unrealized profit and loss 90-day EMA, a metric used to assess the profit and loss of short-term BTC holders, shows every time it hit that 0.31 through 0.38 range, it marked the top, resulting in a bear market. Today, the metric is at a 0.02, which suggests that Bitcoin price is nowhere near the top, y'all. Do you hear that? Bitcoin's price is nowhere near. We'll be looking back at these prices and, you'll be wishing you had the opportunity to, get them again. I know it can seem hard, right now, but this is why you dollar cost average. This is why you risk what you're, willing to lose. So that way you can, throw money in that you're prepared to not get emotional about. So entity adjusted short-term holder, net unrealized profit and loss, 90-day EMA. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're marking these areas here where they say basically once that percentage hit in that range, which is above 34, it always marked the top. But right now we're sitting at a 0.02. So we still got 0.32. Yeah, y'all, we got a very long way to the top. At least 0.32, 3.6, you know, before we're, you know, looking like it could turn back into a bear market. Shiba Inu price analyst. Well, Shiba Inu surged 300%. So Shiba Inu's price already broke out around mid-September, but hit a snag around the 1900 level. The recent market uptick caused by Bitcoin's momentum above 71,000 has reviewed SHIB's price action, and bulls are eyeing a break above that 1-month resistance level. Key resistance levels on the way up include 4019 and then 40299, a 63% increase from the current price. If the price continues soaring, the following targets could be 4045 and 406, a 215% increase. From here, she will only be 50% shy of its previous all-time high. Remember, we were already supposed to be, you know, well into that 4045 level, 405 level, but I can't remember what happened at that time. Hey, what happened when she pulled back right there at that 45 when we hit that level? Something happened in the market. I can't remember. I dropped so many videos, but let's see. Can somebody remember what pulled the market back at the time? So now it's showing on CoinMarketCap. It's not accurate on CoinMarketCap. Let's see. Let's get in. So yeah, here we can see it hit 4560. So 40s 4560, which is, you know, 50% from breaking all-time high. Or basically like, you know, not 50%, but, you know, another move from that level, like 100% from there, basically, you know, all-time high levels. Because 45, you know, we were at that 8 level. So the 8 levels, half of that is the 4 levels. Let me see. Did anybody drop it in the comments? Where y'all at, man? I know y'all are tuned in to the stream. I'm trying to remember what happened during this time right here during March 2024, that, you know, Mark Sheep's top. I can't remember. I think they stopped did they stop letting people buy or sell? Yeah, Saint Jacin says, I forgot why, but the whole market was down from there. Yeah, it was. I can't remember what happened either at that time. If somebody on the stream tuning in remembers what it was, drop it in the chat for us. So key resistance levels on the way up include the 4019. Okay, we read that. Shiba Inu's price forecast shows bears can spoil the bullish thesis if they push prices below the 4012 level. This would invalidate the inverse head and shoulders bullish reversal pattern, rendering Shiba Inu bearish. The upcoming crypto-centric U.S. elections are expected to exponentially boost the price of Bitcoin and Doge, which could trickle down to Shiba Inu as it shares a 97% correlation with Doge and 82% with Bitcoin. Key levels to watch for are the 4019 on the upside and 4015 on the downside. So we got Visa and Coinbase offering real-time crypto purchases via debit cards. Bitcoin may shift to a super cycle, breaking the crypto market norm. Bitcoin rises 3% after topping 73,000 for the first time since March. Let's look at this one. Do they give us the free? So Bitcoin may shift to a super cycle, breaking the crypto market norm. Let me see. So the cryptocurrency world is witnessing a seismic shift as Bitcoin, the pioneer in digital asset, appears to be breaking free from its long established 4 year cycle in favor of its so called super cycle. This departure from the norm is not just relevant, it's potentially revolutionary. Traditionally, Bitcoin's price movements have been closely tied to its halving events, creating a predictable pattern that investors have come to rely on. Recent developments, however, suggest that we're entering uncharted territory. In late 2023, Bitcoin's price trajectory took an unexpected turn, surging from the 20,000 range to over 30,000. And so, what's remarkable is the timing. This bullish momentum coincided with the anticipation of Bitcoin ETF approvals rather than the approaching halving event. The shift isn't merely a blip on the radar. Cryptocurrency analyst Lark Davis highlighted the unique character of this cycle in a YouTube video, noting Bitcoin's unusual smooth uptrend and reduced volatility. The price chart, typically a roller coaster of peaks and troughs, now bears our striking resemblance to the early stages of tech giants like Apple when they entered their super cycle phase of sudden stock market price surges. Bitcoin, or crypto at large, has previously followed the 4 year price cycle influenced by the BTC halving schedule. BTC is now increasingly trading like a financial instrument, syncing up with the global markets, and we may experience a continuous upward price trend without significant bearish markets that were mainly predetermined by the halving schedule. Adding fuel to this intriguing development is Metcalfe's law, the principle that a network's value grows exponentially with its user base. As Bitcoin adoption continues to surge, as BTC hits historic 741 EHS's milestone, pushing closer to the Zeta hash era, a dramatic increase in power related to Bitcoin mining, we may be on the cusp of witnessing value growth that defies previous expectations. To further illustrate the significance of Bitcoin's evolving cycle, consider the comparison to gold during the 1970s when it transitioned from a fixed price to a free market asset. Like Bitcoin today, gold faced skepticism and volatility, but ultimately established itself as a global financial benchmark. The key drivers, rising institutional interest and political considerations, are similarly at play, with Bitcoin suggesting that we could be witnessing the early stages of a comparable shift in market dynamics. Several key factors are driving this potential paradigm shift. Institutional adoption. Gone are the days when Bitcoin was a playground of retail investors and tech enthusiasts. Major players like MicroStrategy and Semler Scientific are now significant stakeholders, while hedge funds increasingly view Bitcoin as critical performance differentiator. Political considerations. The notion of Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset raised by presidential candidate Donald Trump is gaining traction in high-level discussions. Should this idea materialize, it could catapult Bitcoin from digital gold to an essential component of global finance. That's going to be major, y'all. ETF impact. The introduction of Bitcoin ETFs is reshaping the asset's behavior, potentially diluting the impact of halving events and aligning Bitcoin more closely with traditional financial assets. While it's premature to declare the definitive end of the 4 year cycle, the evidence strongly suggests that Bitcoin is entering a new phase in its market evolution. As we stand on the brink of this era, one thing is certain: the Bitcoin story is far from over. In fact, the most exciting chapters may yet to become. For investors, analysts, and enthusiasts alike, the message is clear: stay alert, stay informed, and be prepared for a Bitcoin market that may soon operate by a new set of rules. The game is changing, and those who adapt quickly will be best positioned to thrive in this brave new world of digital finance. So, it's looking really good for Bitcoin. Just think, people are expecting Bitcoin. We got Kathy Wood from ARK Investments saying this cycle, Bitcoin will hit a minimum of 250K. So, obviously we don't know if that's going to happen or not. But when we see CEOs of funds like ARK Investments, predicting 250K minimum, she said 250K minimum to a $1 million Bitcoin during this bull run. So, just think, y'all, that's absolutely crazy. We start seeing Bitcoin, run past, 250, 300K, 400K. St. Johnson said, I think It was they sold the news on the halving and inflation was high back in March, April. People probably ran from SHIB because BTC didn't continue to do its thing and it wasn't all season. Okay, that's a possibility. I can see that. Let's see. What are the top stories? Are y'all hearing about any top stories? Okay, so let's look at this. Ripple co-founder says Harris will have completely different approach to crypto. Having contributed roughly 12 million to PAC supporting Kamala Harris, Chris Larson said he hoped to see bipartisan support and weight for crypto in government starting in 2025. Chris Larson, one of the co-founders and the chair of payments firm Ripple, who has donated millions of dollars to support Kamala Harris for president of the United States, explained that his endorsement for the Democratic candidate came down to the crypto policy. In an October 28th interview with CNBC, Larson said he believed that regardless of whether Vice President Harris or Republican Donald Trump wins in 2024, the war on crypto is over. The Ripple co-founder added he was supporting Harris because he was really excited by her economic message of encouraging US-based innovation, citing her roots in tech hubs of the Bay Area. So it's time for the Democrats to have a new approach to tech innovation, including crypto. I believe Kamala Harris will ensure that American technology dominates the world, which is why I'm donating 10 million in XRP in support of her, says Chris Larson. So that's in response to Teddy Schleifer saying new the big money super PAC Future Forward raised over 100 million just last month. And also he says, I'm just really, really confident that this is going to be a completely different approach than, I'll just say it, the failed policy that the Biden administration brought when it came to crypto and digital assets, said Larson. Because frankly, I think they just weren't paying attention and they sort of outsourced it to Senator Warren and it was a disaster. But that is not going to be how the Harris campaign approaches this. I'm extremely confident in that. So maybe he feels that, if Harris wins, she'll have more of a hands-on approach, or her administration at least will have more of a hands-on approach and not kind of cast crypto to the side as it's some as it's something that's not important. Because I remember early during the Biden administration, it was still kind of viewed like crypto was like almost kind of scammy. It wasn't this mass acceptance this wave of acceptance that we're seeing take place right now. So the Ripple founder has contributed roughly 12 million to political action committees supporting Harris, making the bulk of his contributions in XRP. His public contributions put him far ahead of announced support from crypto industry leaders like Gemini co-founders Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss, who contributed roughly 2 million to PAC supporting Trump's. Many of the contributions from the crypto industry, either through PACs or directly from executives, have gone to support congressional candidates in the 2024 election cycle. Fairshake, a PAC primarily backed by Coinbase and Ripple, has spent millions on media buys to support and oppose candidates in the House and Senate for what are expected to be extremely close races. What I saw, they say, was all the donations from Fairshake going on the Republican side, said Larson. But the Harris administration has also made it very clear that this is going to be a very different approach, going to be a reset. I think it's actually good for the industry to have that bipartisan support and weight. What I did there now supporting Harris kind of equals that out. Fairshake and its affiliate PACs defend American jobs and protect progress, have supported Democratic candidates across the country, but most media buys have gone towards Republicans. Some of the most significant elections involving crypto PACs include Massachusetts state Senate race between Republican John Deaton and Democrat Elizabeth Warren, and the Ohio Senate race between Republican Bernie Moreno and Democrat Sherrod Brown, the chair of the Senate Banking Committee. So as of October 29th, many polls showed that Trump and Harris were neck and neck in crucial battleground states that could determine the winner of an electoral college vote. So maybe that might be the case, my perspective is, I just want somebody to be pro crypto, and really, look, of course there's more to it than that, being a president, but, I want them to really, not put crypto on the back burner, really look at how, they can continue working to make, the states a leader in crypto, and how we can, put regulation in place that will be, good for crypto, whether it's for protecting investors or allowing, different projects to thrive, or just placing that framework where people can understand, what area they can operate in, whatever. As long as it's good for crypto, I'm with it. So interesting there. See what else we got. So let's see. Crypto ghosted in U.S. Treasury Department's new strategy on financial inclusion. The report touts strategies to connect people with financial tools, but the only mention of crypto refers to its risk, a contrast to Kamala Harris's positive tone on the campaign trail. So, a new U.S. strategy to promote financial inclusion isn't learning on crypto as an option, but it did briefly mention the technology as a risk. The Biden administration push comes as Vice President Kamala Harris has been warming up to crypto during her presidential election bid. The U.S. Treasury Department has a new strategy for financial inclusion to help people get access to financial systems. But the 35-page report references cryptocurrency only once to tout the Treasury's work on flagging the industry's hazards. Sheesh. So this is why, we need a pro crypto administration, y'all. Let's see what else we got. Okay, let's look at some meme coins, man. Actually, let's jump over to, let's look at some top stories in cryptocurrency. Bitcoin 2% away. Bitcoin flies past 72,000, triggering 267 million in liquidations as top traders declare BTC bull market back. Excited to see him repping the industry in DC going forward. Is he allowed to go to DC, right? 3 years ago today, this tweet cost SBF 26 billion. I don't know who he's talking about right there. Bhutan government sells 66 million of Bitcoin. Stash at price top 71K. Ripple co-founder says, we read that. Coinbase CEO wants next SEC chair to apologize for damage done. Also, he talked about the next administration removing all the frivolous, lawsuits against different crypto companies as well. And I'll be so happy when Gary out of there, especially if we get, someone pro crypto. Let's see. Let's see what they're talking about in the daily crypto discussion. So new all-time high record later, boys. Asia is front running all-time high, it seems. I don't think nothing much will happen until next U.S. market open. Will the crab market 6 months of sideways finally end? In the past 4 months, Bitcoin went up from 48K to 73K. This bull run still feels like it's missing something. Last time around, we had played to earn games like Axie and Aliens World, NFTs and NFT grifters like Logan Paul, DeFi farming, metaverse stuff, etc. I feel we need some spice to this space for a proper alt season to start to attract loads of new people. BTC dominance rising. BTC just holding above 110K Aussie dollars for now. BTC next level 80K confirmed. Hoping for an alt and meme coin run. Need my potassium. Today is the day. BTC all-time high will be breached. But what's more important is following the breach, the price has to sustain for 1 to 2 weeks. If it does that, then we'll enter the first phase of the actual bull run. Yep, bull run starts at 75K, somebody says. So y'all see the people who've been in the space for a while, we don't actually feel the bull. Obviously, we're on the cusp of it. It's the appetizer for the bull run. But a lot of people, veterans in the space who've been here for a while, we believe we still have a lot of room to the upside. Why was Doge going so dumb this month? I think you mean why was the price going up so crazy? But there's speculation on remember Doge follows Bitcoin. When Bitcoin pumps, Dogecoin follows behind it. Bitcoin has been slightly rallying. Also, that speculation of the bull run. We got a lot of different positive catalysts aligned that got people excited. Yeah, David, he didn't mean like actually acting dumb. He meant that in a good way. He meant is acting dumb in a good way. Saying it went up 40% in a month. But Incline says I would like to welcome you all to the bull run. Listening to DuckTales soundtrack on repeat. I just wanted to say congratulations to El Salvador, Bhutan, and any other government that holds Bitcoin. Naive, the king of Bhutan, must be dancing with joy right about now. I really hope I wake up tomorrow to sub 70K. Don't go to sleep. Even at this price, I'm still a buyer. So this is what the actual community of Bitcoin holders are feeling. So gonna partially DCA out through the election. If it dumps, I can rebuy. If not, I can have eggs on my ramen for a while. Do people get involved in these lower cap meme coins like Fog and Mudang and Hoppy and crap like that? Is it too much of a casino to get involved even for a bull run? Said, what are you asking? Do people get involved in them? Of course they do. They have to pump and dump somehow. I feel like Reddit is mostly very against meme coins, but I think it's fine to play in some of them with a very small amount of money. However, just like you said, though, it's a casino. You can win it all or lose it all rather quickly. So take some profits when you can, if you have them. MSTR sub is crazy right now. Most are all in. I'm almost all in. Good God, the premium on calls right now are insane. ETH BTC just does not get any breaks. People keep saying tomorrow's going to be lower, but where are they getting this information? I'm guessing they are still waiting for 40K to buy back. Let them short. Okay. So most mentions on there. So Solana, USDT, ETH, and Bitcoin are the highest mentioned. Shib not even on the list. Sheesh. Okay, so let's look at a couple meme coins, y'all. So this is one I looked up yesterday. I found under $1 million market cap. Right now it's sitting at $75 million market cap, or like technically like the day before yesterday now, I guess. But yeah, it's sitting at a $75 million market cap right now, y'all. This one is called Loose. Let's go in on a lower chart. This one is really making me feel like it wants to go to those, $500 million market cap levels, possibly even $1 billion. Take a look at this. So that's great. It went up. I have some Doge. So this is one I was just looking at recently. Also, I put this one on y'all desk as well. The Gotius Maximus. This one is now at a $600 million market cap. The meta on these terminal, types of plays, they are hot right now. So basically these tokens that are created by AI, they're really doing well right now. So we serve one master, true terminal. So this is, the new meta for right now. Of course, there's some other ones in also, but I just seen one, I think like Catsius. Let me see how that one's doing. I'm gonna check out a couple of them that y'all threw in. Okay, nothing too major. Unless that's not the right one. But I'm gonna check out a couple that y'all threw in the chat as well. Let's check out. Shout out to the Roar community. Looking nice, $11.4 million market cap. Let's go. Shout out to everybody over there. Roaring Kitty, man, holding it down on the CTO, man. Looking really, really nice right here. We called this one a little while back, so up nicely on this one. Shout out to the community for continuing to come through, show love, and continue to keep people motivated on the project as well. That's dope. Let's see, Wiz. Let me check out Wiz. So I'm basically going backwards in the way that y'all dropped them. Working my way up. Let's see, Wiz. So let's see which one is this. Is this the right one? Okay, so this is the right one right here. So this one is up 58% in 24 hours. It was created a few days ago. Okay, 2.6 million in volume, 689K market cap. Nice. So what do you like about this one right here? What's going on with this one? Give us some information that on why you're bullish on this one. Welcome to Wiz CTO, most magical dog on Solana, created by Moodang Dev. Moodang listed on Binance. Some pre-Halloween magic, Wiz. Post-Halloween going to be promising as well. So for those of y'all in the chat right now, y'all made it long enough. We hit that hour and 20 minute mark. I got something special on the table for y'all for tomorrow. So make sure y'all got y'all Solana ready to go. This is going to be happening pretty quick. So I want to make sure those in the community at least got some soul to be able to participate. So yeah, make sure y'all got those notifications on. Y'all ready to tap in ASAP. I might even be dropping a very, very late night stream, or not stream, but just video for those that got notifications on with, with the opportunity for those that move, the quickest to be able to, get early. So Wiz, okay, this one looks cool. I'll throw that on the watch list. So we looked at Wiz, Kitty, Shib, let me see what this one is right here. Amaterasu. Okay, so this one, $24 million market cap, 150K in volume last 24 hours, 890K liquidity. Chart doesn't look too bad. I mean, obviously it did pull back, but let's see. 77,000 followers. They better have a crazy amount of engagement. So they do got a decent amount of engagement. Obviously some bots on the page, but that's still a good amount of engagement. I'm seeing on the post 300 plus likes. That's cool. I can see right here on September 27th, they posted they were up over 1,000% all time. Let's see. They were sitting at 3 cents at that time, so right now they're sitting at 2 cents. See, the all-time high was around 12 cents. I mean, it doesn't look bad. I mean, it looks definitely stable. Like, the community is still there. What do you like about this one, though? Can you share some information about it? Oh, let's look at that Harris. So this one has the most volume right now. So I'll look at this one, Harris. So yeah, this one pumping right now. all presidential coins right now, pretty much are, going crazy. So yeah, this one up nicely right now. It's in a $1.8 million market cap, 220K liquidity, 6,000 holders, 800K volume. Yeah. Check out the Twitter. Kamala Harris. So Harris is a meme coin. So as of today, Kamala Harris holds a slim lead in the national polls with 48.1%. When was this? Today's a big day for Kamala. Big AMA alert. More and more whales are recognizing the potential of Harris with a massive buy of $21,000 securing over 9.4 million tokens. It's clear that the big players are backing this project. We've touched 2 million multiple times. Okay. Yeah, this one does look, looks okay. Got some community engagement there. Especially for that amount of engagement, is doing well. Okay. That one look cool. Drop another one if y'all got one y'all want me to check out. Oh, that was the one on, he wanted me to check out the one on Ethereum. So let's check out the one on ETH too. There it is. So $4.2 million market cap, 5,000 holders, 694K in volume. So that, this one too. All of them. Okay, let's check out the X on this one. 6,000 followers. So this one appears to have a little more engagement. But that's the thing, these coins are so hot right now that anyone right now is pretty much booming. So that's pretty much it for this one. I want to make sure y'all got some soul ready, man. Y'all better be having notifications on late. DD Nation, those that, high rollers, those that, are a part of my community, the OGs, those that really rock with me, those that are new to crypto and want, some early access, you want to be tapped into the channel because the notifications are going to go out and, you're going to have to move quickly. So, we got the bull run right ahead of us. So I got something special coming up. Want to, get my community early access, the opportunity to, tap in with it. So make sure y'all got those notifications on. Shout out to Mad Peter. I rock with Roaring Kitty. You just missed it. We just pulled it up on the chart. You just missed it. Yeah, Roaring Kitty on fire right now. Shout out to the whole Roar Army, man. Salute. But yeah, y'all, we gonna wrap this one up, man. I appreciate, hey, spread the word. Let them know. Y'all better have that soul ready. Appreciate everybody for pulling up, and we are out.